Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Well, carrying on with our Father's Day conversation.
Yes.
What have you learned from your fathers?
Oh, I'll let you start, Stacey. Oh, it's so amazing.
You know,
Yeah.
wow. My dad and
memories do you have?
my dad taught me the love of travel.
Oh.
Like Lake Powell was his thing. And so when I was really young, I bet we went almost every other weekend. And we lived in Salt Lake.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
We were down there all the time. So
Really?
honestly, some of my most favorite memories are at Lake Powell.
Oh.
And then to take my kids there and go with my brothers that are grown up. And my dad has now passed away. And so my mom and like,
That's
oh,
nice.
I love Lake Powell. It's just my happy place.
This year.
You are?
Yeah, first time. We've actually, we're going to rent a boat, my in-laws, and so we get
Oh,
to
how
go.
fun.
I don't
I'm
know
really
if Lake
excited.
Powell is like an acquired place. It's hotter than Hades.
I love that.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's just sandy, but the beauty, like
Really?
it's majestic.
Oh, that's
so
so nice.
I think he really did instill in me, the love of travel, and he was probably one of the hardest workers
Yeah.
I've ever known.
Yeah. My dad, my memories of it is he always had these different ideas about, he's one of the get rich quick schemes. And I feel sometimes, and it was definitely round about when he was in his 40s, he started all these things,
okay. Kind of a life crisis?
Yeah, I think so. I remember one, he brought these big, great machines, where you can put money in to get the hot chocolate. And my mom was just like, can you not just get a normal job,
Like the vending machines.
Right, the vending machines and all these different things. But I feel like now that I'm in my 40s, I was kind of doing the same thing, but he really did work hard all the time. He always had different ideas, and he was motivational books around the house and things like that. So I'm really into that too. And I think we saw my mom here, very quiet, whereas my dad is very, he's very out
More
there.
boisterous
More
and-
boisterous and just outlandish. And I think I've taken a lot from him, but I think I'm a better version. But,
Of course we do.
right, we're always a better version of our parents. But I learned a lot from, especially the motivational and more optimistic.
Okay,
about
I love
life.
that.
Yeah. So what about you, Natasha?
Well, I think you've heard me talk about my dad before, and like
You love your dad.
I'm definitely a daddy's girl, but I think, he definitely instilled in me the work ethic because he was both. So definitely the farm guy, because I grew up on the farm, but then also he led a company for many years as well. So a lot of good work ethic that way. But I'm still learning from him all the time. In fact, I just stopped by to visit with him the other day, and it was just him and I, and he walked me around the house, and I said, I'm just getting really frustrated with planting these types of flowers every year. And he said, well, let me show you these perennials that you can plant, and showed me, exactly what I needed to do, and these will spread. And so it's just this constant learning from him, even at a grown age.
Yeah.
And he never sends me away empty-handed, no matter what it is.
Really?
Yeah, like it's so funny. I don't know if it's $1, if it's just or something, but there's kind of a joke in my family that I'm such a carnivore. Like Natasha loves her meat, whatever. So and they're always loading me up with something from the freezer. But he's like, "Come here, I just got some new meat." So he took me down to the freezer and sent me home with some sausage patties and links and some hamburger for the family. But and he's like, for the family. But he's very giving, and he's not just giving to me. He's very loving to people around him, and I think he's just such been an influencer that way, and just so full of love. But I love my dad.
That's so nice.
I like this list, or producer Pete printed up for us, and he printed all these
Types of
adjectives,
dads.
types of dads. I loved the one that stuck out to me is the disciplinarian.
Yeah.
Because especially as moms are going into summer and you're with the kids all day, and then by like 1 p.m. you're just like, you just wait until your dad gets home, and then we kind of act like there's this power that's going to come in and take over.
Yes, not so.
And they're not.
Yeah.
They're
Really,
usually the gentle giants, at least
Yes.
in my household.
Yeah.
And Keith and I both work at home, so it's kind of funny when it gets a little too loud and boisterous. You're in trouble when Dad comes up from the basement, from his office, from his work environment. He's like, if I can hear you, then then you need to take it outside or something. But he's so patient with them. He's actually probably the better parent. I'm not so patient.
I think, now that I'm married and then you see how your my husband interacts with my boys. I think it was beautiful because we were all girls.
Right.
And so my husband, it was more girls with mom. Whereas he was like, why can't you be boys? You know, I was like, you know what I mean? That was the thing. He really wanted a boy. But anyway, besides that, so watching my husband with my boys when they go camping or he's teaching them something, and he's more quiet, reserved. And I can see my boys, they have a little side. Luckily, they developed. They've got both that quietness as well as the at different times. But he's teaching them just to be good boys. I like that, you know.
Awesome.
Just to respect me, as if I'm saying something, then they ignore. He's right there saying, "Did you hear your mother?" And I like that.
Oh, I love that too.
Yeah, where
I've loved watching my husband, of course, be a father, but now a grandfather, because I think we all just chill out immensely the older we get. And I remember my mother-in-law saying that her husband was such a different man as a grandpa than he was a father, because you've just come to know who you are, and raising grandkids, you're not raising them, you're just loving them. You're raising kids, so
you can send them home.
yes. And I remember as a little girl, I loved my grandpa. I just thought he was the salt of the earth, best man. And so grandpas are so influential in their grandchildren's lives.
yeah.
So true.
Hey, can I share this with you? Did you know that Father's Day is a big day for 70.1 million fathers in America?
70.1.
Yeah, I just had to throw
Million.
that.
Wow.
Million. Nearly 95 million Father's Day cards were given last year in the United States. Did you know that? Making Father's Day the 4th largest card sending occasion.
Really?
I know, right? You would think so, but yes.
I will say
indeed.
men are hard to buy for.
Yes.
They are.
When
Oh,
I
yes.
think of women, there's such an array of things. Men,
What'd you get? Tie?
Ties
I
and
always give that
grills.
to my dad. Yes,
And it
ties.
says-
Socks. I used to do
Yes,
socks.
socks.
That was it.
barbecuing things I think I'm going to go towards. I know Chris won't watch this, so I can totally say what I'm giving him for Father's Day.
Oh, so
And
good, yeah.
yeah, but I liked what Rodney Miller said about the mat.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Kind of
yes.
after we filmed, he said, I said, what
I
are some
like
cool
that
things? And he
idea.
said the mat
With
for the
the-
trailer. So
yeah.
I might have to think of that
That's a
too.
good idea, yeah.
So
Yeah, what am I going to get? I don't know, just me.
just you, just the kids.
In a box, yeah. And the kids, that's
with the four
right.
boys.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Cal Rancho always has really good
Something.
masculine
Yeah, that's
type
true.
ideas too.
Yeah.
That's true.
I've done the
And
cup.
of course, the shave.
Oh, the shave, yes.
that would be
good.
awesome.
Yes.
That would be really
Yeah.
great.
My husband's got beard, so yeah.
So I found it interesting that the flower for Father's Day was a rose.
No way.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
That is
I've
interesting.
never bought
No,
him
and I
flower.
don't think my husband would.
No, my
be-
Maybe
head
we
over
can work
heels.
to redefine that. Okay, moving on. There's more studio chatter on the way.